I don't know if it's just me or not, but fitness makes you go through a lot. And not just with how your body is, it's with your mind mostly as well. Because when you're taking over like every meal, every workout, your mind enter overtime, right? And that's when the thoughts comes in. How can I get past this? This is when doubt tries to enter you, my friend. Those thoughts, my friend, can usually be about how much you eat in a day, or if you're putting enough effort, which is fine for the most part, but we have all thought of worrying about how many calories we're taking or the amount of effort we put into working out every day. But something which I now have overcome, but did try to ruin how my mind worked. And that was, am I doing enough for myself? That singular thought lurked in my mind for months, popped in my head, and it wouldn't go away. No matter how much times I would try to remove it, that singular thought of me not doing enough was just staying there for months. In this video, I'm going to explain what I went through during that time of doubt and how I got out of that trap thinking due to it ruining how I did things in my life. Which leads me into the first section of the video, which is how I fell into the trap of doubt. This all started when I was starting to do really well with my health. Like, I was getting into good shape and I was still focused on losing more weight for me, right? That was my main goal, right? My main target. But then I decided to look at myself in the mirror one day and see the progress I have made, and I was good. That singular look, it made me feel better than before, which is all I was supposed to focus on, was for me to be better than before. But then, I don't know why I decided this, but I decided to compare myself to the people around me that did work out as well. And it didn't go so good. It didn't go so good. Because I look around, seeing people having more energy than me, looking better than me, and looking like they had more knowledge about working out than I did myself. And to me, it kind of crushed how I thought about myself. It crushed me. It changed my perspective from I'm making steady progress to I need to do better. I'm not doing enough. It made me conscious of someone else's health over than mine. And it was putting me down, like at a rapid rate. I was starting to see like, wait, if they know better than me, why am I even doing this? I was thinking those things, and it made me conscious of on someone else's health other than mine, and it was putting me down. Not only that, this made me build up two habits which are not good: perfectionism and plateaus. Let me explain how each of these habits affected me overall, starting with perfectionism. Now, for perfectionism, it changed me by making me work like if it was life or death. I thought that every single rep, every break time, and every single form of the rep that I did had to be perfect. Had to be. Even if I showed one slip, I tell you, one slip on a rep, my I will just lose it. In my mind, I will get frustrated. I'll get frustrated in my head due to me now seeing it as all or nothing. And as well as how I see my progress, I will now see it as if I don't grow this muscle, I did terrible for the day, which leads me into plateau. For me to hit plateau, it would be like me finishing a workout, going to look in the mirror, and seeing absolute nothing. I mean nothing. I was starting to get frustrated over my overall progress due to me not seeing any gradual change in how I looked. Like I wouldn't see a change. Like I have to like for example, right? Let's say if I finish a workout and if I don't see a change, I would just get frustrated. I would just get frustrated like that. I would always wonder if I was doing enough workouts to form progress overall because it really made my mind be in a constant warfare over me making gradual progress or making none at all. Because of all of this, I was in a constant spiral of me wanting perfectionism while worrying if I'm doing enough reps to sustain gradual progress. And it seemed like there was no way, and I mean no way on how to break out of it. Like if this trap I was in was my home. Like it was where I lived. But then I started to do this one habit. At first, it was a habit that I never really understood it at first. And I thought it was unnecessary for me at the time because I didn't think I needed this. After letting it be adjusted to my life, it changed how I did anything, literally anything. And that habit, my friend, is called self-reflecting. Self-reflecting. Now, for self-reflecting, I didn't really understand it at first, like I said. I thought it would be some type of coping habit, to be honest, because for me, I thought to myself mostly that if I were to reflect on myself, I would just be weak. I don't know why I thought that. I just thought I had to make gradual progress for me every single time, that everything had to be perfect for working out, for eating, etc. Which kind of ruined how I thought, to be honest. But now, my friend, it has changed how I think and how I do things. Which leads me into the second part of the video, which is how to build self-reflection. Self-reflecting is where you think about the things you have done for yourself or the progress you have made for the day and understand it at a more deeper level. It makes you recognize the amount of effort that you have put into the day, showing how you really were for the day. It also helps by making you less worried for what's to come every day, making it easier to decide on things more easily, seeing seeing the failures and successes as lessons to learn from, and making you more self-aware of your own surroundings, which has made me more focused on so many different levels. I may have failed to do something important, or I accidentally did something wrong during the day, which has affected my thinking, but when I reflect before the day ends, like when I actually understand it at a more deeper level, I look at them with a new perspective, a brand new perspective, a perspective of understanding. That is what you can gain, my friend. Understanding, peace, focus, all by just reflecting. That's all. Just by reflecting. This will help you in every aspect of your life, which is what I'm going to explain now. So, to build self reflection, you must to yourself, what have I done for the day? This will start the engine in your mind to start thinking and processing better. Mostly focus on the big things that have happened for you throughout the day. Maybe a big accident happened. Just reflect on the things that happened today. Then, my friend, acknowledge the things you have done wrong or good. For example, notice how you acted when you did one task wrong for the day. That might be a sign of perfectionism. Now, while you're doing this, you can write it down, write it like a notes app or a notebook, whatever you choose. This will help you think and understand what you did during that moment. Don't try to overthink it as well. Just focus on the pain points for the day. Ask yourself reflective questions about the situation. For example, let's say if you have perfectionism, I would ask questions like, am I putting up a standard I know I can't reach? What can push me forward, even by a little bit, day by day? These types of questions, you should be able to answer them because it makes you think of better options for those certain situations. And after answering those questions, you should see how your mind thinks differently of the situation. Which leads me into the last step that you can do, which is shifting perspective. Now, by the third step, you should already have like a new perspective on a certain situation that you might have dealt with for the day. At this point, you should not see the issue turning from, man, I regret doing that, to, I should do this instead the next day. You will now think about what you can do differently instead of just worrying about it. And overall, my friend, this will help you understand that for some issues, of course, you may not know how to deal with it at the moment, but when you have time to self-reflect on it and actually understand it from a wider perspective, you will see what you did good and what you did bad on, and you can always improve on top of that, my friend. Because my friend, I feel like no one really puts self reflection as a priority because they don't really have the time to do so, or they may not understand about what it is. But self reflection, my friend, it's something that will benefit you later on in life, my friend. Okay, it will. Now onto the final words of the video. When you start to implement self reflection into your life, You will see a change in how you view slash do things. For me, when that thought of professionalism and plateauing was trying to seep in my mind, I reflected on it and I learned from those issues. Always reflect before you go to sleep every single night. For it will not only remove stress from the day, you will understand how to deal with these reoccurring issues due to you understanding and reflecting on them. Because it has helped me clear my mind and make me make better decisions. That is all I'll say for today. So make sure to work out when needed to, reflect on the day, and stay consistent with it, my friend. You'll see a change in how you do things for the better, my friend. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you, my friend, in the next one. Peace.